Let's make a beef ragu. Feels like winter has finally come. It's absolutely freezing. So we're going to be making a beef ragu. What is it? There is not a better comfort food. It's rich, it's warming. That tomato sauce is just
amazing. The meat is tender.
So without further ado, let's get straight into the recipe.
Okie dokie, we're going to kick things off by prepping some vegetables. We're going to take one large Spanish onion. We're going to peel it and then dice it nice and finely. We're going to place it in a bowl and put it to one side for later use. So it'll be about 500 grams of a diced onion. After the onion is done, we're going to move on to peeling 2 large carrots and then dicing them up as fine as you possibly can. We're going to place this in the same bowl as the onion. This should be about 430 grams of prepped carrot. Halve 3 large sticks of celery widthways and then lengthways to dice that up nice and fine. Again, place that in the same bowl with the onion and the carrot. It'll be about 180 grams of prepped celery. Okie dokie, that's all the vegetable prep done. Let's get on to cooking this bad boy. Into a large casserole dish, you want to place 3 tablespoons of olive oil and bring that up on a high heat. Once up to temperature, you're going to put 200 grams of smoked bacon lardons along with 800 grams of braising beef steak. You should be able to get this in most supermarkets or butchers. As this colours, this is going to release quite a lot of moisture. Just continue to cook this until that has all evaporated and then you'll start to hear it frying once again. And what is about to happen is this beautiful reaction between the meat and the heat. It's called the Maillard reaction. It's when the proteins and the sugars break down and create this beautiful brown surface on your meat, and that is what's giving this distinct, delicious, deep, rich flavour. So this is a really important step. You want to make sure you brown this meat as much as you can. Once you have sufficiently browned the meat, remove it from the pan and place it to one side for later. What you're going to be left with is this beautiful fond in the bottom of the pan. That's flavour. Turn that pan onto a medium to high heat and then place in all of those vegetables that we prepped earlier. We're going to sweat these down for 4 to 5 minutes until they're nice and soft. After that, you're going to add in 4 cloves of minced garlic. Next up, we're going to take 250 millilitres of red wine and place that in with the vegetables. While that's reducing by half, we're going to prepare our herbs. So we're going to take a small bunch of rosemary, a small bunch of thyme and about 5 bay leaves, and we're going to tie them up in butcher's twine. This is so we can fish them out of the stock later with ease. Once the red wine has reduced by half, we're going to place the herbs into the pan along with 75 grams of tomato puree, 800 grams of high quality tinned tomatoes and 450 millilitres of quality beef stock. We're going to reintroduce all of our meat back into the pan now, and then we're going to give that all a good mix together, and then we're going to allow that to come up to a gentle simmer. Once you've reached a gentle simmer, we're going to place this on the lowest temperature on the stove possible. So put this on a super duper low heat, because now we're just going to cook this for a really long time. You're going to place a lid on that bad boy, and then we're going to leave this for 4 to 6 hours, stirring every 15 to 20 minutes just to make sure nothing is burning. After that time, you should be greeted with a beautiful, rich, delicious beef ragu. You're going to want to fish out those herbs that we spoke about earlier. Sod's law, the string on mine broke, so it didn't actually do what it was supposed to do. So I had to go fishing for even more herb stalks in my beef ragu. Then we're just going to gently break up all of that braised meat, which shouldn't be very hard at all because this stuff has been cooking for 4 to 6 hours. It should just fall apart. Time to pull this bad boy together. We're going to season that to taste with cracked black pepper and salt, and then we're just going to let that tick away on a simmer to one side with the lid off while we prepare our pasta. Heavily season your pasta water. The pasta can take it. This is super important, guys. Make sure you use enough salt, please, pretty please. Anyways, once that's come to a boil, we're going to place in our pappardelle and we're going to cook this following packet instructions. Yes, it is okay to use shop bought pasta, just make sure you buy a high quality one, guys. Once the pasta is al dente, place it in a bowl, and then we're going to mix that with some of that delicious beef ragu. Make sure you give it a good old mix around. And then the last thing to do is plate this bad boy up. Neatly put the pasta at the bottom of the plate and then top that with the beef ragu. And then we're going to finely chop some parsley to garnish the top of our pasta with. And then last but not least, we're going to grate over some fresh Parmesan to your heart's content. This is just like the finishing touch and it's ready to devour. This thing is damn delicious.
A beautiful, slow cooked, delicious beef ragu. Let's tuck in.
Dude, looks good.
Oh, I'm losing it all. Yeah, the flavours in there. It's just so deep and rich. You get the wine, you get the thyme, rosemary and the bay leaf. Now, delicious, delicious tender beef. The freshness from the parsley on top, the Parmesan, adding an oomph of cheesy kick in there.
Oh boy.
And what's great about this, probably got about 12 portions worth of that. This recipe makes quite a lot. Maybe not 12 portions, but you know, quite a lot of portions. I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's video. If you have, don't forget to drop us a like, leave a comment in the comment section for anything you want me to make in the future, and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.
I wasn't going to eat this whole portion. Too good, man.